So actually, I wasn't expecting this to happen, but apparently she got tagged. People have been saying that Cinderella's voice in the English voice is ugly and the worst and ill-fitting. So a lot of people have been saying that, right? So I get it that you don't like the English voice. I mean, if you don't like the English voice, you can just change to Japanese or Korean, right? So for me, it's like, I don't know, like I don't think it's, let me hear, right, the difference. So this is the Korean voice for Cinderella.
오늘도 아름다워. 마음에 들어.
Okay, that's the Korean voice. This is a JP voice, by the way.
今日も美しいわ。
Okay,
いいわね。
very different, very different. She has that sleepy
今
voice
日も美しいわ。
vibe to it.
いいわね。
And this is the English voice.
I'm so beautiful today.
Huh.
I like it.
I can see why some people say like maybe it doesn't fit the character as much. So again, she's been getting harassed for this particular thing, which is kind of insane, right? Hello Commanders, while I do hope you like the newest Nikke event, I've already been tagged in posts that say my voice is ugly, ill-fitting, or the worst. You're entitled to your opinion and I respect it, but please don't add me in negativity. I love being her. Enjoy the game. Yeah, I mean like you can discuss about it, right? And you're allowed to discuss about it, you're allowed to talk about it, but just don't go and tag her or just go and like harass her or something, right? I think it's like kind of weird to do that. Sounds closer to Korean style. I don't know what kind of style, because usually like in different departments they have like a voice actor director that gives them direction on how they should voice the character, right? I do think that they have to like sort of fit the narrative, and I think like everyone imagines it differently in a way. But yeah, you can see they did post it right here as well. I've seen this kind of behavior multiple times, and as a player who loves the game, I don't appreciate it. Some VA's work may not be your cup of tea, and in order to solve your problem, just share your feedback through the survey section or just change the voice entirely, because the game is available in multiple languages. I'm guessing some people like the English voice of other characters, but not this one in particular. I've seen people complain about Red Hood's voice as well, right? Something that you hear a lot for sure. Her voice is fine, I don't know what those people are smoking. She also voices Helm, and you can clearly tell the difference between both Helm and Cinderella. What kind of personality each character has and how they speak. People who make threats to voice actors should cut their ears off. They don't deserve to hear anything. I mean, when it comes to voice and stuff, I think everyone got their own preference. So Helm, that's kind of interesting. Let me hear a little bit, right? Because I never really pay attention. So it's the same VA that voices Helm's voice.
Will you join us at the next fundraiser?
I can see that. Yeah, I can hear that sort of vibe in that voice. How about the Summer Helm is all the way at the bottom, never power her up before.
Oh, subordinate, are you doing this on purpose?
Yeah, I can definitely see that as well. Definitely that's something that's present in her. It's not entirely the same, but you can hear a little bit of that tone.
I'm so beautiful today.
In the English voice, right?
I like it.
They spend a year fantasizing about the character and giving her their ideal voice. Anything different from what they fantasize over is a crime for them. Lots of people don't understand how to criticize based on performance rather than preference or bias. Don't Cinderella already have a voice in the game? Like during the Red Ash event? I can't remember if she speaks or not. Maybe she never really talks back then. Because it was just Red Hood fighting her, right? I'm trying to remember, that was like last year. Only unhinged people would go to Twitter to harass a voice actor for a game. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, why would you go and harass or go and like add the person, right? People are comparing her to other voices like JP and Korean, which have lighter tone to Cinder's voice, which I personally use the Japanese dub, but I don't condone this childish ass behavior. I can see why people would like this kind of voice.
今日も美しいわ。いいわね。
Because it sounds more sleepy and she's always sleeping in the coffin, maybe? I don't know. Like, that could be like what people imagine it to be. Because if you listen to the JP voice, then you listen to the English voice, it's like way different.
I'm so beautiful today.
One is way more mature, one is way more childish.
今日も美しいわ。
Or childlike, right?
いいわね。
I don't think you can say a voice childish. But yeah, it depends on what kind of vibe you're looking forward to. I don't like the English voice acting in general. That's not an excuse to attack the VAs. Before I get too much hate, I don't say that the VAs are generally bad. It's just the overall direction I don't like. To me, it sounds like mature women trying to sound like children. I'm sure the majority is used to it and does not complain. And the Japanese and Korean VAs do technically the same, but cuteness is much more ingrained in their culture, and thus it doesn't sound weird to me. When you try to apply the same concept of EG mode to Western languages, it does not match as well. The funny thing about that is I don't see that in the gacha games that I play, but I get this vibe when I watch some VTubers actually. I can understand what he's saying, but I get this more in VTubers. I don't want to say like specifically anyone because like there will be like sending hate towards them. There are some VTubers that I've seen before that they try to be like cute, but it's like forced, you know, like they are women, they force their voice to be cute because the VTuber avatar is childlike. Talking about like the English side, right? Yeah, I see that a lot for sure. So I can understand what this person is talking about, right? Maybe there are some characters, specifically Nikke, that does that as well. But yeah, it is something that you can definitely hear. Again, on the internet, we always get the argument of this is going to be better, that's going to be better. I think a lot of these young people, usually like people that comment stuff like that are usually just young kids based on my experience. Usually they're trying to push this agenda of theirs into other people. But I think at the end of the day, if you like English voice acting, you should be playing an English voice. If you like Japanese voice acting, feel free to enjoy the game in Japanese. I don't see how that's a problem. If you like KR voice acting, go for it. Nikke is from Korea, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. I remember last time when I used to play Genshin, there's this kid that argues with me, why aren't you playing Genshin in Japanese voice? It was during a live stream interaction. It was very awkward. He was trying to argue with me that you have to play Japanese game in Japanese voice. And I was trying to tell him that, wait, do you not know that Genshin is not Japanese? It's Chinese game. And he was like trying to double down and trying to argue with me about things that is factually even wrong. Like he doesn't even know what he's talking about. And you get a lot of these kind of people on the internet, right? It's just people argue for the sake of arguing. But just so you guys don't know, Nikke is a Korean game. Alright, so I just want to get that out as well in case people are wondering. But you can see, right? A lot of these kind of people, they are definitely going to be everywhere. Delete English voices and rather spend the resource into more SSR plushies. SSR plushies? Damn. We need the JPVAs. The JPVAs are there. You can always swap to other languages. For me personally, I just play in whatever language that the game gives me, right? But yeah, overall, you can see, regardless, there's still a lot of positive feedback for the Cinderella's English VA, which I am definitely very grateful. She did a good job playing the update. Makes me realize just how much soul she put into her. I don't think anyone else could have been Cinderella when I hear it. Thank you, Cinderella and Helm's VA. So definitely it's not all negative, so there are definitely some fans out there for sure, which is always a good thing to see. Alright, so with that being said, that's gonna be it for this particular video. I'll have more guides coming soon. Stay tuned, take care, have a nice day, goodbye.